Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, my Live Boldly channel. So I just started reading this really great book called The Judgment Detox. It's by Gabrielle and the theme of the book is that we are constantly placing judgments on people, like all the time. And I'm sure you already know this. I mean, it's common knowledge, but what it's doing to us is the part that's been really eye-opening to me, and I wanted to share with you. So the whole thesis of the book is that judgment is what we place on other people to escape from feeling shame and fear ourselves. It's our protection. So when I judge somebody in the grocery store, or I judge a parent or whatever it is, I am actually doing that to make myself feel protected and safe. We try to avoid emotions, we try to avoid that shame and fear, and in that judgment we think that we're protecting ourselves, when actually what is it doing? It's creating separation from us and that person, separation from us and humanity, and we actually start to feel loneliness and just severed from other people. So it's pretty fascinating. So like I said, I'm just in the beginning of it. So I want you to think about that for a minute. Who do you judge regularly? So think about who you judge. There's a reason that you judge them. Like, you might not think that there is, you might think that you're justified, you might think that you've been done wrong or you've been hurt, but you have placed that judgment, and maybe you continue to place that judgment to protect yourself from feeling shame and fear. So it's really interesting. So she teaches you in the beginning to first recognize your judgments without judging. So you're supposed to take paper out throughout the day and write down when you feel judgment, when you think of that thought with that person that you pass on the street, or when you think that thought about that family member or your spouse or your child. Write all those judgments down, and don't start to go down the path of feeling shame or fear or trying to resolve it right away. Just write it all down. So she wants you to recognize your judgments without judging. And then the next step after you do that is that I'm just getting into is she teaches you how to begin to honor those wounds, which I'm pretty excited about. And then I'm really excited because she also sells a little journal so that you can keep track of starting with your biggest judgments that you've been holding on to your whole life, and kind of going back into thinking maybe there was something that happened in my childhood that has triggered this, and that's why I judge this person all the time, whatever. It's pretty fascinating. So that's just something for you to think about. The fact that every time that we judge somebody, whether we feel like we are allowed to because we've been done wrong, every single time we make a judgment, we are separating ourselves from them, and we are trying to shut off emotion. And so it's always going to hurt us. It's always going to be detrimental. If we can learn to recognize our judgments that we have against ourselves is a big one. I can judge myself so many times in one day. So I'm starting to recognize when I judge myself, I recognize it without judging, and now I'm going to learn to start healing those wounds and really get to the bottom of it. So I'm pretty excited about it. I will keep you posted as I go along in the book, but check it out. It's called The Judgment Detox, and it's by Gabrielle. And yeah, it's a really powerful book. So check it out. Okay, see you guys.